All right, y'all, we're back to the phones. We've got CJ holding for us from Macon. Hi, CJ.
Hi, how you all?
Doing
there.
well. What's your question for us tonight?
It's like two-part, but the first part is purchase a vehicle from a used car salesman here in Macon, and I know the vehicle has to be insured. The thing is, I want to know, do you have a certain amount of time if you wanted to return the vehicle for whatever reason that you no longer want it? Like, for instance, I thought you had like 30 days to make a decision if you want to keep the vehicle or not.
You were asking, are you asking, do you have 30 days?
Right.
Yeah, I don't
is
think that's
that
right.
the law in Georgia,
No.
or is that a law? No.
I don't think so, no.
I'm not aware of any law like that.
You know, assuming the car is working appropriately and you bought it, I don't know if there used to be a cool down period where you could, a short period of time, you could change your mind. I don't
know if that applies
Maybe
to
some
used
hours.
think
vehicles.
so either. Yeah.
There may be something in your contract you could
Yeah.
look at,
Right.
but I don't think there's a statutory law in
Yeah,
Georgia.
when you bought the car, you got some paperwork. There may be something in there. My guess is no, because they will have drafted that document, so it's probably not going to be very favorable to you. But certainly look there.
And I think you said you had another question, CJ?
Right. The other
Okay.
part is, I know the vehicle has to be fully insured, which it is fully insured, but does my name have to be listed as a driver on the policy? The thing is, the vehicle is insured, and the owner of the dealership looked at the paperwork and said, okay, the only issue he took with it is that he wanted the deductible limit taken down from 1,000 to 500. I made that revision, and he said everything was okay. And after riding in the vehicle, going on in almost 2 weeks, he contacted me and said, well, you have to be listed as a driver on the policy. And I'm like, well, you didn't mention that at all, because if that was the case, I wouldn't have went forward with this agreement and purchased the vehicle.
So,
And now he's not wanting to. I'm like, okay, I'll get the vehicle back, but he's not wanting to refund my $3,000 down payment that I made.
so next step from here?
I'm not really sure why the dealership's involved with who's
The
listed on the
insurance.
policy. I mean,
That's for the debt.
I mean, I don't think you. I mean, some insurance companies have excluded drivers on their policy, but you know, to be covered if you're driving that car, you don't have to be a listed policy. Now, sometimes when you're filling out the policy application, they'll ask you for all driving age people that live in your house, and if you don't list that person, then they could later come back and cancel that policy for some kind of fraud provision or mistake provision. But to be covered under that policy, you don't have to be a listed driver. I mean, I could borrow your car, drive it, and get in a wreck, and that your insurance policy is going to cover me. So it would also cover the property damage on that car, which is probably what the dealership is concerned about, especially if you're doing some kind of financing through them, which I suspect is probably why they're concerned about this policy. But unless the insurance company is making some kind of issue about you being an excluded driver, I don't know of any reason why she would have to be an actual named driver on the policy.
She's the owner. She's going to have the obligation to insure it.
That's right.
And so she would be the named insured in that context. But I'm not sure. Are you the owner of the vehicle?
I think.
It sounds like somebody else might own it.
Right.